So you have just turned 18. You're ready to strike it out on your own and get your very first flat. So off you go to the estate agent. But the estate agent says to you, no, we can't let you have this flat because you have failed the credit check. How does a person build credit history if no one will give them credit? In today's video, I will share 6 ways in which you as a young person can build some credit history. Hey, I'm Joyce. Welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is again carrying on with the topic of credit rating. This is the second in the series. If you haven't seen the first video, just click here. Stay tuned to the end because I have a little surprise for you. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe as it helps the channel reach more people. So credit history is about money that you might have borrowed, and as an 18-year-old you have only just started to get your credit history recorded. Banks will only lend you money when they know how you behaved in the past. You now need to borrow some money or maybe rent a flat. There is no credit history to check because you've never had credit. It kind of becomes a catch-22 situation. You need credit to have a history, but you cannot get it. There are simple steps you can take to build your profile and improve your chances. But please be mindful that it will take at least 6 months for you to start to see these benefits. So please be patient. So the first tip is to get yourself registered on the electoral roll. It is best you do this as quickly as possible as soon as you turn 18, although you can do it from the age of 16. Do it even if you live at home with your parents. In fact, it's better if you do it at home because that's a permanent address. Companies want to know that you are who you say you are and you live where you say you live, and it's crucial to building some credit history. Tip number 2. See if you can open a bank account. If your parents maybe had a savings account for you in a bank, you can approach that same bank as soon as you turn 18 and see if you can get a bank account. If you don't have a savings, you could actually just approach a bank and still ask them for a bank account, because bank accounts are still considered a little less, and it's so necessary. Everyone needs one, so banks are lenient. Another way to go get around this is to say, okay, walk into a bank, maybe open up a savings account, put £1 in there. I Googled before I did this video and I realized there are at least 222 savings accounts that you can have in the UK that would allow you to start with £1. Tip number 3, set up your bills to be paid as direct debits from your bank account. This is such a positive way to build up some credit history, because once you have direct debits on your bank account, anytime you make payments to your suppliers, like maybe your phone contract, maybe your car insurance, or any other bill you have, the activity on your bank account starts to get recorded as credit history. A word of caution here. Missing a payment, missing a direct debit is a no-no. If you miss a direct debit, it actually shows up on your credit history and it stays there for 6 years. It would lower your credit score, and it could take up to a year to 16 months for your credit score to recover. So please, 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 if you're setting up direct debits, make sure you have enough money to pay your direct debits and never miss a payment. Tip number 4, take out a small form of credit. Believe it or not, a phone contract is considered some sort of credit, and it's usually easier to be accepted to have a phone contract than it is to have a credit card. If you're finding this tough, a way to get around it could be that you go for a SIM-only contract because it is cheaper. Having this contract and paying it on time is a way for you to build up your credit rating because it shows that you are able to handle finance. Tip number 5, manage your household bills well. This is really, really important. If, say for instance, you have moved out of the house, maybe you're paying rent somewhere, If you miss a payment on your bank account, we've already talked about that, it will show up on your bank account as a missed payment. Now, missing a bill here and there was not going to totally damage your credit, although it doesn't help. But if it becomes a constant situation, you will find that your credit score will start to diminish. Another new thing that I have noticed on the market now is a company called Credit Ladder. They are a company that wants to help people build their credit. But what they do is, if you register with them, maybe some of your bills or your rent doesn't always show up on your credit file. Yet it's quite expensive, and a lot of people pay their rent and they pay it on time but get no credit for it. This is what Credit Ladder does. If you register with them, every time you pay your rent and you pay it on time, your credit rating is boosted. And I think they work with Equifax and they work with Experian. So Equifax and Experian can see that you've been so good with paying your rent monthly, and this will boost your credit rating. Tip number 6, get an instant score with Experian Boost. Tip number 6 is another new initiative, well, newish initiative from Experian. It's a way for them to help you boost your credit, and this is specifically designed for people that have zero credit history. The way it works is you connect your current account to your Experian account. Experian is looking for payments like the payments you make to your Netflix account, to your Spotify, council tax, things like that. They are also looking at things like, do you pay any money into your savings or into an investment account? Because believe it or not, no matter how much you save, no one sees that. It doesn't show up on your credit file. Yet saving is actually one of the best financial responsible things that you could ever do, but it never shows up. But if you connect to Experian Boost, then you will be given credit for all these good financial behaviors. As promised, and as a thank you for watching, I have spent a lot of time creating a guide. Click on the link below to download the guide. I hope you find today's topic helpful. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Share this video with your friends and family, because everyone can do with better credit history. Leave your comments below and feel free to ask me anything. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video where I talk about building credit as a new resident to the UK.